Hello there, Impact Coaching community. I'm so glad to be with you today. And this week, I want to delve into the topic of the Enneagram with you. Specifically, how in the world do you figure out your Enneagram type? You know, this is Resource Month. In September, we're giving you all of the resources that you need in your business to make things flow and go and help you accomplish those goals that you want to accomplish this year. So, the Enneagram is a wonderful resource that you can have in your leadership toolkit, that thing that you can pull out and help you understand yourself and the people that you lead even better. Here is what makes the Enneagram so fantastic. It helps you understand who you are. Who are you down deep in your core? It helps you understand why you see and react to the world in a specific way, not just what are the things that you do, but why are you doing them? And the whole purpose of that is so that you can start to get out of your own way. Here's what the Enneagram is not. It is not something to put you in a box. It is not something designed to give you an excuse or say, that's just the way that I am. It is a tool to help you learn and grow and become a better leader so you can make more of an impact in the world around you. So I know a lot of us get kind of confused when we first hear about the Enneagram and we say, what is that and how do I choose my number? Is this a personality test? You could generally put it in the category of personality test, but it's so much more than that. It's not looking at the actions that you do on the outside. It's really assessing what are those inner motivations and those things that are driving you on the inside. So as you're trying to figure out your Enneagram number, I want to give you 3 tips that's going to help you just ferret that out and figure it out a little bit easier as you're going along. And then at the end, I want to give you my favorite Enneagram resources. Are you ready? So, as you're figuring out which Enneagram type you are, here's what you need to consider. First of all, what are your motivations and or fears? Each Enneagram type has a different type of motivation or fear that is underlying their actions. So, for the type 1, the reformer, for the type 1 reformer, they are looking to get things right in the world and make great moral decisions. And their greatest fear is to do something wrong. So that can come across with a lot of different outward activities that they do, right? The type 2, what is their inner motivation? They really want to be loved, so they spend a whole lot of time pouring love into others, hoping that they will get some in return. That's called the helper. And so as you look at all 9 types around, concentrate and think about what's really motivating me behind my actions, and don't just look at your actions. Okay? So number 2, why do you make a particular choice when it comes time to make a decision? What makes you go one way or the other most of the time? Sometimes if you're waffling, a lot of times when we come across the Enneagram, we say like, it looks like I could be either an 8 or a 3, because they'll have a lot of the same outward actions, the 8 and the 3. So if you ask yourself, but what makes me choose a particular action, the answer will be very different for an Enneagram 3 than it would be for an Enneagram 8. So look at, why am I making the particular choice? Okay? So the first question to consider is, what are my motivations and or fears? And next is, why do I decide to make a particular choice in a situation? And then the third question that will really help you figure out your Enneagram type is going to be, what informs your decisions the most? Your intuition or your gut kind of instinctual feelings, your emotions, or the data. The Enneagram is broken up into 3 triads: a gut triad or an instinct triad. These people, they kind of can step up and get a feeling, or they have an intuition, or they use like their gut or the Holy Spirit to make decisions a lot of times. The people in the gut triad are types 8, 9, and 1. If you are someone who makes a lot of decisions by emotions and feelings, like caring and love and all of those kinds of things, if like things bring you to tears and you just love poetry and get wrapped up in all of your feelings, then you are likely in the feelings triad, which is Enneagram type 2, 3, and 4. And if you're someone who makes decisions by show me the research, give me the facts, I'd like all the data, let me look that up, can we read a book about it? Then you are an Enneagram type in the head space, which would be a 5, a 6, or a 7. So as you are trying to figure out your Enneagram type, I hope those 3 questions help you to narrow it down on this road to discovery for the Enneagram. Before we sign off, I want to give you my favorite resources for figuring out your Enneagram type, and that would be the Truity, Truity. That's a free assessment online. Truity.com will give you a free Enneagram assessment. That's a great place to start. And I love The Road Back to You by Ian Morgan Cron. That is another great Enneagram resource that you can use to help when you're figuring out your type. I wish you so much luck on this Enneagram journey to figuring out your type so you can really show up in the world as your best self and knock those goals out of the park. And if you want help figuring out your Enneagram type or get some coaching that's Enneagram specific, I would love to help you with that. It's one of my favorite coaching tools out there and a fantastic resource. Just hit me up in the DMs or head to the link in my bio. I wish you a wonderful day and a great journey along the way.